I asked my grandfather when he was alive, why did you plant Marsanne? He couldn't answer that. He just thought it was a good idea at the time. By some quirk of fate, back in the 1860s, the first vineyard manager decided he was going to plant Marsanne. There was no logic to why he would have done that, because back in those days, most of the wines that were sold were fortified wines and sherries. That started a really long-term love affair with that particular variety as a quintessential Tobilk style. Sadly, all of the Marsanne that was planted in the 1860s was wiped out by phylloxera. It was my grandfather, Eric, who decided that he would replant Marsanne with the planting of the 1927 block, which we still have today.
It's an amazing grape for us. We're so lucky it was originally planted here. We make 4 wines out of the one grape, all completely different. It's amazingly versatile.
When we decided to make a single vineyard wine, we thought we'd do something completely different to our estate Marsanne. So we borrowed a technique that is very old-fashioned and actually quite primitive from a winemaking perspective. We handpick the grapes at around 10 or 11% equivalency, and that means it's got a really high acid backbone. All the magic happens with bottle age in the bottle. It takes around 6 or 7 years.
When we started making this wine, we wanted to make a wine that would age for 30 plus years. We're seeing that around 20 years of age, the wines are really developing some lovely complex citrus, marmalade, kumquat fruits with some lovely spicy gingery notes. 30 years, I think they'll be really nicely developed, and then after that, we'll just really have to wait and see.
It's now got a cult following similar to the 1860 vine Shiraz, whereby it sells out within weeks of release. We start entering it in the shows and it starts winning gold medals and trophies. Certainly in many markets around the world, if you mention Marsanne as an Australian wine, everyone links it to, oh, you mean Tobilk Marsanne. The style was really around a legacy to family. It's going to be wonderful for future generations of my family to be able to pull out a white wine made on the estate, drinking magnificently after 30, 40, 50 years.